This is the most user-friendly AI segmentation tool plugin that I have found for QGIS, and I'm going to show you how you can use it in this video. So stick around, let's get it installed, and let's get using the AI segmentation plugin by TerraLab. I'm not going to walk through the full installation of this plugin. I will show you where it is and how to install it. It's very easy to install, and there are other videos that walk you through that. So I just want to demonstrate how we use it and how simple it is. To start, we're going to go to plugins. If you were to install, manage and install plugins, and then you're going to go to all and look for AI segmentation by TerraLab, this one here, and then you can install the plugin. I do have a new version, so I'll go ahead and click upgrade while we're here, and we'll get that upgrade all the way. And now we can close. Okay, so here's a tricky part, and I wish they would fix this, and maybe this upgrade did, but I don't think so. So we have a panel here with this plugin. If I close this, I can open it with the TerraLab here, so that's where it is. It's the AI segmentation by TerraLab. It's located here on the plugins toolbar. It's also located in plugins AI segmentation by TerraLab. You can also get it by going into your panels and clicking panel. I wish they would rename this. It's a panel. I wish they'd make that panel renamed so we knew what it was. It has improved. It used to be if you went to click on it, it wouldn't open if you closed it. So they've got that fixed. Okay, now here's how easy this is to use. Once you get it installed, you'll need to, one, install the dependencies. They have improved it so that you can use a GPU, which is key because encoding these images can take a long time, and you'll see that here in a second. And it can be the bottleneck for actually using AI. If you don't have a GPU, you might as well not even use AI segmentation because the segmentation is going to take way longer to do than it would to just go in and manually digitize everything without AI. Anyway, so once you've got it installed, once you've installed the dependencies and installed the model, then you'll have a screen that looks like this, and you can select the image that you want to start working with. Okay, so I've selected this clipped extent here. I've subset this so it can encode faster. And now I'm going to click Start AI Segmentation. And when I do this, what's going to happen is this plugin's going to first have to encode the image so the AI model can actually read it and use it to do segmentation. So I'm going to click Start AI Segmentation, and you'll notice this is going to take a little while. I'm not exactly sure how long it will take. I do have a GPU, so it should hopefully take just a couple of minutes. All right, here we go. It's going pretty fast. But this is an image of a river. This is about 1 kilometer, 3/4 of a kilometer maybe in length, at 6 centimeter resolution from a drone. So the more pixels in your image, the longer this encoding process is going to take. If you're trying to do this for a landscape, it's just not going to be feasible to do it, especially if you don't have a GPU. Okay, we'll let this encode and I'll come back and show you how the plugin works some more after that. Okay, my image is encoded. That took me, it took 3 to 5 minutes to get that done. With a GPU, mind you, so if you're using a CPU, it will take much longer. Now that I have this, it just tells me to click on the element I want to segment. So let's go and let's try to segment one of these trees down here. So we can click on this tree. I'm going to left click. And it took a minute, and you can see it segmented that tree. I can right click to exclude something from this. So the shadow here is not part of the tree. I want to right click here to exclude that, and it came back and it's digitized that tree nicely. And I can do this one. And then I can save the polygon if I want to save that. And this will save it to a temporary file over in my layers. And I can export this to a layer, and there we have it over here. Okay, and they've made some nice organizational improvements from this. You know, I can click Start AI Segmentation, click on this one, we're good to go. Click on that one, and it's now added the shadow, so I can right click to remove the shadow, right click to remove the shadow, and those look pretty good for trees. And I can come in and maybe I'll find another tree. Let's get these two trees over here. Click on this one. Oh, and now we have an issue. Okay, so here is something to note. When the image is encoded, it's divided up into tiles. And so as we're using this model to segment, it's reading those tiles. And we're trying to segment a polygon that includes multiple objects that spans across tiles. Now we have an issue. So if we undo the last point, it's going to put my segmentation back. I'm going to undo all these points and I'm going to show you how we can make this work. Okay, so the trick here is to just digitize objects individually. So I can save that polygon. I can do this one now and right click to remove that and add that in. That looks pretty good. Now I can save that polygon. And now I can come to a tree over here. And now I can do this one, save that. Now I can do this one and maybe add, oh, we don't want that. So we want to remove the shadow. Kind of hard to see where that tree is exactly, but we'll save it like that. Okay, so we'll save those polygons. Okay, and now we can export those to a layer. And now if we turn these on and off, so let's zoom out. So our first one now has one polygon, and our second one has these 4 polygons. Okay. Let me show you one more thing. Let's start some more segmentation. Let's do a couple more trees just to demonstrate this. If I click on this one here and save it, the shortcut S is not working, by the way. So we have to click the save actually. And I click on this one and I save it. Okay, so we've done that. I'm going to export this. Now let's do this again with some different features. Let's do it with these two here. So let's start segmentation. Let's click on this one. Let's click on that one. Let's click on that little guy. And we got that little one. Let's right click in the middle to separate those. And now let's save that polygon and export that polygon. Okay, so we've done things a different way here. So let's just take a look at how this came out so you understand how this plugin works. Okay, so I'm going to turn off my first and second. We have these two here. When I turn this one off, I have these two features. And when I open the attribute table here, we have 2 features. Okay, so that turns off. When I open this attribute table here, I have 1 feature. This whole, all these objects are 1 feature. So how you do this matters. So if you want to have these as a single feature, then you digitize it in that way. But if you want to have them as separate features, you need to save the features individually. Okay, I'm going to turn this off, and I'm going to go show you some places where you might find this to be a little challenging. Most of the examples I've seen with AI plugins are, digitizing rooftops or digitizing solar panels, which have very discrete boundaries. If we're working with something like water, things can get a little trickier. So let's say I just want to digitize all this water. I want to just get the river by itself. I can click on the water here, and that does a pretty good job of segmentation. But what if I want to include this point up here? Oh, now we run into this tile problem again. What about this one up here? Never into the tile problem yet again. We can't get all of it. So let's undo all of these points and let's maybe start over. So the way we can do this is we can start at a section of the river and we can get this the way we want it. Okay, so we're looking pretty good here. This is water here, so let's add that and let's remove this. Okay, so that looks pretty good. Let's save that polygon. Now let's start working on this end. Well, we don't want it to go, we want it to go up this way. And here's the issue, it gets really, really hard to see underneath it. What exactly is this selecting, right? Is it selecting things I don't want selected, or is it selecting things I do want selected? But we can try to work this way some more and pull it away. So there we go, we pull it away from that and we have this boundary here that we can now rely on. Okay, and so now I can try to get some more water in here, maybe include that little bit, and that looks pretty good. So now we'll save that polygon. And we can just keep going and saving these polygons as individual features as we go up this river. We need to add this in and add that in. And overall, we're doing a pretty good job of segmenting. Okay, so let's go ahead and save this polygon. Okay, now we're going to export these to a layer. And it's this layer here. So now we want to combine these together so they're a single polygon, and we can do that using the dissolve tool. So we'll come in here, we'll search for dissolve, we'll double click dissolve, we'll use our clipped extent mask 5. We don't need to select any dissolve fields. We'll save this as a temporary layer and we will click run. Happened really quickly. Now we'll click close. And you can see if we open this up, that we now have a single feature, but we still in some areas get these artifacts right here in between those lines, which can be unsightly. And so we would have to go in and make some more polygons and dissolve this. So this is something that no one talks about with these AI plugins, is that depending, or these AI methods for segmentation, is that depending on the features you're trying to digitize, it actually might not be as easy as some people make you think. Anyway, like I said, I've tested out a lot of these AI plugins for segmentation. This is the easiest to install plugin that I've found. It's very easy to install. It's very easy to use. It doesn't have a lot of models. You're stuck using the SAM model, the segment anything model, and you're stuck with some of these potential artifacts that can get introduced as far as these vertical lines when you're segmenting against some of those boundaries of the encoding tiles. But overall, if you want to get started, this is probably the easiest way to get started. I feel like there are other plugins that might give you better results, but take more time and a little more technical knowledge to install, and I may do some videos on those later. In the meantime, thanks for watching.